Hi, what you just heard is first chorus of Abide With Me, a new arrangement for Morning Star Music Publishers that I wrote in a new collection that's going to be called Just a Closer Walk, that will be released in the spring or May of 2010. What I'd like to do is take you through this arrangement and sort of backtrack and go through this process and let you see some of the ideas that I used and how I got to them. So the first thing that I did was I came up with a little idea of an introduction. And I used the dominant 7th chord and just to set the tone for the key, which is in the key of C. Then I stated the melody actually rather simply. Now, that's not exactly the way you're going to find it in the hymnal, but I'm a jazz pianist, and the purpose of this arrangement is to present something that sounds a little bit more interesting than just what you would find in a hymnal. So this process that I came to with this particular arrangement, as with all arrangements, begins with, first of all, when selecting the music, sit down and actually try to hear an arrangement in your head before you even consider committing it to paper. The problem with some of the technology today, with music notation software, for example, it's easy to get lost in the technology at the expense of the music. And what I mean by that is whatever you don't know or shortcomings that you may have with regard to the software program translates into your music. So the weaknesses in that translate to the weaknesses in the music. Never let that happen. So stay connected to the music. So by playing through several different times, get different ideas. That's one little way of stating that opening statement. It could be simple. It could be something like this. Now that's closer to the hymnal version. It could be in another octave. That adds a little bit more interest. That might be a good idea to save that for a little bit later in your arrangement. So I'll play a little bit more of this and let you listen to what I came up with here. Now that was just a little filler idea, but it adds a little bit more interest. Second phrase. Again, a filler idea. So this process of going through the arrangement 4 bars at a time, 8 measures at a time, gradually coming up with ideas that you feel you really want to commit to, then can later be actually added into the written part of the arrangement. You'll get to a point where your arrangement feels comfortable, and that's what you're looking for. You want it to be comfortable when you're playing, and you also want it to be comfortable when you're reading. Because the object in this particular case was to make this appealing so that the publisher would be interested, and then to be able to sell it to other pianists. So I'll play a little bit more for you. This is the second chorus now. Second chorus, I moved up an octave. Now that little idea, again, is a little filler that I put in, and then it's sort of consistent with each phrase that I've already written. Now the second phrase of the second chorus. I use some inner voices. Now here is where I use a technique called drop voicings. And what it is actually it's a triad. I took a simple triad here and put the top note on the bottom. It's sort of an inversion. And then just went right up the scale. It's a nice sound. So I use the drop voicing there. And so forth. So now at some point in this arrangement, I wanted to shift into another gear, like third gear. So I like the idea of a key change. I'm currently in the key of C, so now I'm going to take it to the key of E flat. So let's say I'll play the last portion in the key of C before the key change. Now I'm in the key of E flat. So I made the transition to the key of E flat. And now, of course, anytime you bring a key change into an arrangement, it adds harmonic interest. So, to summarize, first of all, determine what it is that you're going to write, what song you're going to write, get some sort of an idea, try to hear the arrangement in your head before you even start. And if you like, use an introduction or an ending to frame the body of your arrangement. And then just go ahead and start the process of letting it evolve musically and then committing it to paper. So I'll finish and I'll give you a little bit more of my arrangement. You can find these, by the way, you can find these arrangements or portions of these arrangements on our website at musicservingtheword.org. And there, it's all in the free stuff section. And if you're interested in the collection, you can just click on the link there. It'll take you directly to the publisher and you can buy the book. So this is Abide With Me.